It's a scary thought, but what would you do if you were in the midst of a mass shooting where seconds can determine whether you live or die? Being prepared can greatly increase your chance of survival. Long Island reporter Kristen Thorne spoke to a security expert in Hempstead with advice we can all use. Kristen?
Yeah, well, Sade, it's actually very simple. It's just sort of looking at your environment, taking a look around. When you're in a lecture hall maybe like this or a movie theater, looking first for the emergency exits. You know, they always tell us, look for the exit signs. Here's one right over there. So that way you know where to go and get out as quickly as possible.
And the minute you walk into a place, if you're unfamiliar with it, make a plan. How am I going to get out of here?
We don't always think about bad things happening when we go to routine public places, but what if it does?
Use your physical dexterity, be balanced, and get out that door as quick as you can.
Joseph Concannon is a retired captain with the NYPD and now trains security professionals. He says if you're ever in a situation like what happened in Colorado, there are 3 things to keep in mind.
Evacuate, hide, all right, or if the final thing, the absolute final thing, if you feel as though your life is being threatened, you may actually have to take a very aggressive stance against whoever's coming at you.
But remember, that's the last resort. Concannon says the best thing is to go towards the exits or follow the lights and try to make your way out. If someone is threatening your life, get yourself out of the line of sight.
Assuming he's going up the aisle here. Well, if I'm over here and his back is turned like this, I might go right underneath that podium.
And another thing you could do is just get down into one of the aisles. So, for example, you could lay down here anywhere to hide yourself. Lay very still. Don't make any noise. That's what the expert also recommended. We're live in Hempstead, Long Island. Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Kristen, it's so sad that we actually have to talk about this, but according to the expert, what does he say that you should say to your kids about what to do in an emergency?
Yeah, well, he said it's the same thing that you would do with yourself, which is planning. So let's say you go to a hotel, you go to a movie theater, take your kids and say, hey, let's go find where the stairwells are. Let's go find where the exit signs are. Go with them. Take them there. Have them see it, because if something happens to you, your child has to know what to do in that situation.
Kristen, your security expert talked about hiding in the podium. Are there environmental elements that can work in your favor?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me show you something that he recommended in the space that we were in. So he said if he was in this space, for example, he pointed at this over here. He pointed this out as an example besides the podium. If you see something like this, and you can kind of knock on it, I mean, this is hard. If you get down behind something like this, I mean, this is going to protect you, this thing right here. So he definitely pointed out this. Another thing, very interesting about looking around at your environment, he said notice the fire extinguishers. You can take one of those fire extinguishers, and if you need it, you can use it for the person, against the person. You can use it to bang through a door if you can't get out. So take a look at everything in your environment. Back to you guys.
All right, they call it situational awareness. Kristen, thank you. Kristen Thorne reporting to us live in Hempstead. You know, the images we've seen, the sounds from the eyewitness accounts can all be